Have you ever felt like you needed escape, but you don't know where to go? This is my escape. My name is Tõnis, and I have been using nature to escape for most of my life, first subconsciously and later deliberately. I have found my place to escape, and you can find yours too. Let me tell you how I first discovered this place. In 2016, I was working as a postman. That meant 6 day work weeks, 7 hours per day, which means I had only 1 day to rest. And when you work that much, then that pressure and that stress builds and it builds and it builds, and you don't really have a release. So there is no balance. Add on to the fact that I had severe social anxiety. Working as a postman meant that I still needed to talk with people, but my social battery ran dry very quickly. So I needed to find something to get this load off, and that's when I discovered the thicket and the wonderful healing ways of the nature. In the early 19th century, there was this new movement called Romanticism. It was a direct answer to the ongoing industrialization, which moved people from countryside to cities to work in factories. The problem was that you had to learn to live in the rhythm of the machines. The factory bells became the new timekeepers instead of seasons. Industrialization was all about practicality, rationality, and getting results. While the Romantics, they argued that intuition and human emotion were the key to understanding life and getting insight. Also, the Romantics believed that nature is something more than just a nice place to be. It's your partner in healing. It's a mirror to reflect yourself. Industrialization has brought us to today, to the age of digital overstimulation. Much of the old things still stand. The long work hours in factory, the anxiety, the chronic stress and mood disorders which result from this kind of working. In contrast to this, when you go to nature, it breaks your obsessive negative thought cycles. And here's what science has found about how the nature healing works. When you go to the nature, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, you will feel that your body begins to relax. After 15 minutes, cortisol starts to lower and your mood begins to improve. Cortisol is our stress hormone, which regulates all kinds of things in the body, but if you have too much of that chronic stress, then it starts to do more harm than good. After 45 minutes of being in nature, you start to feel restored. You get a sense of this calm reflection without the excessive critic in you. And also, your creativity begins to rise. So, this is my escape plan, and I'm gonna walk you through the steps so you can get the most benefits. First step, you go outside and you find a place that has more green, trees, grass and vegetation than concrete. Step number 2. You go to that place. You go look around. You go walk to the place in a time when you're not in a hurry. The next step is to use your senses. Sight, look around the different species, the animals going around, or different trees. Just look around you. Then comes touch. You touch the leaves, you touch the bark, you touch the grass with your feet. You get the point. Also use your hearing to hear the sounds of the nature. The next step is you find a quiet and calm place in that setting and you sit down. You get, at this point I want to mention that you get more benefits when you choose a place where there's a big bush near you, or tree branches and leaves hanging over your head, or you sit next to water. That's where you get the most benefits. So, the next step is you're sitting there. Start to breathe slowly but firmly. And just focus on your breath. You're sitting there, you're focusing on the breath. In time you start to feel thoughts drifting by. Don't get too attached to those thoughts. Just let them go, just let them do their own thing. And you sit there 5 to 15 minutes just breathing, just feeling. The next step is you start to feel the restoration begin, and your focus starts to widen instead of the sharp focus, the tiring focus you had before. And at this point I want to say, if you want more benefits, just stay there even longer. The longer you stay in the nature, the more benefits start to rise. For example, creativity. Also, I want to tell you, if you want more therapeutic effects, then I suggest you to go alone. Maybe you can relate with the following. I was in elementary school, a young kid, dreaming all the time. I just remember sitting in that classroom, just dreaming, looking out of the window and seeing birch trees just swaying in the wind, those majestic, beautiful creatures. And I was just perplexed by what I was seeing and how it was so calming and relaxing watching the trees move in the wind. The teacher behind me was talking about some important patriotic writer, but I couldn't care less. I just wanted to go out. I was waiting for the recess to arrive so I can go out to play with the tree and around the tree. That's a warm memory. This isn't just my escape plan, it can be yours too. You just need to find your own escape place, your own thicket, and you can step back to yourself.